the latest that's happening in the Midwest with the severe weather for the sixth straight day in a row. Flash flooding on the way in Indiana and Illinois as storms slammed the flood-ravaged Midwest for the sixth day. So definitely a situation that's unfolding in the Midwest. This with Indiana, multiple people a few days ago was being rescued on boats as these severe storms went through and caused a lot of problems. And if not just in the Midwest, that same day we had severe storms that went through New York and Pennsylvania, dropping 2-inch hail that was being reported. Then we had tornado warnings in Colorado and Wyoming. So here's a video right here of what's going on, or the aftermath in some areas across the Midwest. Many areas, many neighborhoods, many commercial areas is definitely seeing basically rivers extremely flooded streets. Definitely a loss of property, especially with these buildings you see. You can see how high the water got up to with these trees. It's not to the extent of Hurricane Helene when it impacted the Carolinas, but it kind of gives you an idea of what it kind of will look like. So here's what the article reads. Drenching storms are rolling over the flood-ravaged Midwest for a sixth day early Friday, setting off more flooding in the region where hundreds of people have been forced from their homes in recent days. After 1 in 1,000 years rainfall in parts of Indiana Wednesday, officials conducted water rescues and ordered evacuations as rivers burst their banks and floodwaters rushed into their homes and left roads impassable. Governor Mike Brown on Thursday declared a statewide disaster emergency and mobilized the Indiana National Guard. Yes, again, multiple people was evacuated. There was evacuation orders issued. There was multiple people being rescued. It was just a lot of rain from these severe storms that hit Indiana, well, the Midwest in general. Ohio also has some severe storms. We had Kentucky that has some severe storms. Again, New York, Pennsylvania has some severe storms. Down to the Southwest, Arizona also has some severe storms in the southern part of the state. But the main problem now is the Midwest with these floodings and these storms continuing to cause problems. Possibly still have some water rescues ongoing. But just the other day, we did have over 700,000 people across the Midwest was without power as those storms continue to cause damage. And main problem was the flooding. Many roads was closed that day. Definitely possible that we had hail falling from the sky, but regardless, these storms are just going to continue to roll through and possibly eventually head east. Now, if we do go back, we do have Tropical Storm Lala that is forecasted to become a hurricane in the Pacific before it strikes the island, strikes Hawaii. But regardless of that, we do have 3 feet of storm surge is possible, mudslides and flooding is likely, and up to 20 inches of rain is possible for the island as well. Do have a video on that, so you guys can go check that out. So with that being said, I just hope these storms do slacken up across the United States and the Pacific. The Pacific been having more attention, more activity compared to the Atlantic this year. Obviously, we're in an El Nino. It's going to be kind of hard for any storms that tries to get off the coast of any waves that tries to get going off the coast of Africa and try to make it across the Atlantic to the United States. It's going to be pretty hard, definitely, as the Atlantic is kind of not buying that as of now. So I mean, it's possible that we could still see, some strong hurricanes get close and possibly make a landfall on the United States. We still got to watch the Gulf as well. Anything that tries to sneak up and form there or sneak into that little opening, if it survives the Atlantic, can definitely still cause problems across states like Florida. If it don't go all the way up the East Coast, it can impact the Gulf states like Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Texas. It's definitely possible. So it's just some things we're going to have to watch out for. Cristobal is no longer a tropical storm. It was downgraded to a depression. He didn't last 24 hours in the northern part of the Atlantic, which was to be expected. He didn't make a landfall at all. So we pretty much is coming into the time where the Atlantic hurricane season starts to ramp up a little bit more in August, September. Those time frames is when hurricane season really starts to ramp up. But again, the main focus is going to be in the Pacific. Definitely, as Hawaii is going to be hit by a Cat 1 hurricane. And again, it's going to bring 3 feet of storm surge, mudslides, and flooding. and 20 inches of rain is possible for the island. So with that being said, we do have hurricane warnings in effect, which was upgraded from watches just yesterday, as yesterday Hurricane Lala, or soon to be Hurricane Lala, had 40 miles per hour winds, but again, it was upgraded. Definitely have stronger winds now, and it's continuing to strengthen. It did shift north, going to bring more widespread impacts to the entire island or state of Hawaii. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. If it's God's will, stay safe out there. And if you're in Hawaii, make sure you have everything you need: first aid kits, flashlights, food, water. Many gas stations in Hawaii have currently been full, and grocery stores, as many faces braces for possible blackouts, damage to property. They are talking about evacuations, definitely, because it's an island, so it's not like Florida, where you can possibly go inland in some areas. You basically just on an island, so evacuation is definitely possible in many areas, and possible water rescues if these storm surges get way too out of hand, the flooding gets out of hand, and definitely some strong gusty winds are possible to bring damage to many homes, buildings, loose property. Like trampolines are mainly known to, easily can, on a windy day, a sunny windy day, trampolines like flying away, loose limbs from trees. So it's definitely possible we could see some damage to property. So with that being said, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it's Ronday out.